Hello students, in the previous lecture we have discussed about the energy of orbitals, okay, and now in this lecture we are going to start the filling of the orbitals. Filling of orbitals in an atom. What you can fill? We can fill the electrons. Filling of electrons in orbitals, okay, filling of electrons in an orbitals, okay. So for that, can you fill in your own way? No, right? So for that there is a specific principles, okay, there are some specific principles you have to follow them, okay. So what are those principles? You have a three principle. One is a Haber principle. The first principle you have to follow, you learned in the 10th class also, that is the Haber principle. Second one is the Pauli exclusion principle. Pauli exclusion principle, and third one is the Hans rule of maximum multiplicity. Hans rule of maximum multiplicity, okay. So these three rules you have to follow. First you have to follow the Haber principle. Second one you have to see the Pauli's exclusive principle. Third one you have to go with the Hans rule of maximum multiplicity, okay. So first we can see the what is the Haber principle, right? For that you have to follow three principles, okay. So the first one is the Haber principle. The first one is Haber principle, okay. So what is the Haber? In the German language it is nothing but building up. Building up means you have to fill the electrons. You are filling the electrons in the orbitals, okay. You are building, okay. So that is nothing but the building up. But what is the principle? You see, among all the available atomic orbitals in an atom, suppose you take the hydrogen atom, okay. In the hydrogen atom, how many orbitals can be available? Only one orbital, that is only one s, okay. If suppose you take the lithium, okay, so in the lithium, how many orbitals can be present? There is a chance of, right, okay, 1s orbitals can be present and 2s orbital present, okay, like that. So in that available atomic orbital, the an electron first enter into an atomic orbital with the lowest energy, then to the higher, then to the higher energy, okay. So lowest energy ఉన్న దాంట్లోనికి first electron enter అవుతుంది, then it follows the order, increasing order, okay. You know, in the last class you have seen the order, energy order, okay. So what is the energy order? First is the lowest energy is a 1s, lowest is a 1s, then the 2s, then the 2p, 3s, 3p, 4s, 3d, 4p, 5s, okay. Same thing here I am writing the energy of orbitals or the order of orbitals to be filled. Etla fill cheyali, okay. So that is you have to follow 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, and then after that not 3d, it is 4s, 3d, 4p, 5s, 4d, 5p, 6s, 4f, 5d, like this, okay. You have to follow this order. So let us take one example, potassium. What is the atomic number? It is a 19, right? And for that, what is the notation? The electronic notation, that is, you can write the potassium. Potassium means it is in the third orbit. It is in the third orbit, okay. N is equal 3. So for that you write the 1s2, 2s2. First electron you have to enter into the 1s. So 2 electrons. And do you have an idea? In an orbital, how many electrons you can be accommodate in a particular orbital? Only maximum of 2 electrons, okay. Oka orbital lopata you can only accommodate maximum of 2 electrons, okay. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, okay. P has a 3 orbitals again, right, okay. Px, py and pz, so that 6, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. Next is the third shell, 3s2 and 3p6. Next, is it 3d one? Is it 3d one? No, it is 4s1. It is 4s1. Why? The reason is that the n plus l rule. The n plus l rule. Okay, you know that for the 3D the n plus l is 5. For the 4s it is the n plus l is 4. So here the value is less. So you can say 4s has a less energy than the 3D. So obviously the electron will enter into the 4s first, next 3D. 4s first, next 3D. So like this you have to follow. N plus L rule you have to follow for the electron filling by using the Haber principle. And you see the one more example, scandium. The atomic number is 21. Atomic number is 21. So it is in the maximum is the fourth shell, right? So in the first shell it is a 1s2, 2s2, 21 you have to count. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2. Is it 4p1? No, it is 3d1. Okay, because when you see the 4p and 3d, what is the n plus l value? N plus l. So what is the n? 4 plus 1 and 3d. Here it is a 3 plus 2. So where both you can get the 5. Okay, if you get the equal value for of n plus l, you have to see the next n value. So here the n value is 4 and here is the 3. So that whatever the n value with the less value, that has a less energy. So the 3D has a lesser energy than the 4p. Okay, this is the energy order. So 3D has a less energy. That means the electron will enter into the 3D first. Next is the 4p. Next is 4p. Okay. So this is all about the Haber principle. Next is the Pauli's exclusion principle. Pauli's exclusion principle. What is the Pauli's rule? In the Pauli's rules, no two electrons in an atom can have the same set of all four quantum numbers. So what are the quantum numbers? You know that principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, magnetic quantum number, spin only quantum number. Okay, that means in an atom, no two electrons should have a same set of four quantum numbers. Okay, right? So that you can also express in other way. That means the two electrons in an atom should not have the same set of all four quantum numbers. Okay, at least it should have a one different, at least one different. Okay, so if suppose N, L and ML are same, even though the MS is different, no problem. Okay, no problem. Okay, that means at least one quantum number should be different. Okay, not all the four quantum numbers should be same, right? Okay, right. And you know that already this said an orbital can only accommodate maximum how many electrons? It can accommodate only the 2 electrons. It can only 2 electrons. You take the example of the helium. For the helium, what is the electronic configuration? It is 1s2. Helium electronic configuration is 1s2. Okay. So for the helium, again I am writing here for the helium. The atomic number is 2, so the electronic configuration is 1s2. That means 2 electrons can accommodated in, right, one orbital. Can we write like this? So there is a one more chance also there, right? You can also write like this. Both electrons are upwards. Both electrons also upwards. You can also write like this. But what is correct? What is correct? Let us see now. For this the n value 1s2 means n is 1 and it is a s orbital, so that the l value is, for the s orbital the l value is 0. And what is the ml value? The ml value, you know that for each l value the mn values are minus L2 plus L including 0. So already it is 0, so that ml also should be 0. And whatever the ms, okay, what is the ms? Okay, in this, oh sorry, in this I am writing for this electron, the upward electron first I will write, and I will write the next is the downwards electrons. Okay, for the upward electron, what is the ms value? For the upward electron, it is a plus half. It should be a plus half. And next is the downward electrons. This is upward electron, this is a downward electron. Again for the downward electron, the n value obviously 1, because here it is there in the 1s orbital. Okay, and again it is a s orbital, so that the L value is 0 and the Mn value is 0. But here the ms value is, here it is a downward, so you write it as a minus half. Okay, see here for this electron, when you compare these two electrons, the quantum numbers are the same? No, these three are same, but come to here it is different. Here it is different. At least one should be different. Like that you have to accommodate. Suppose I accommodated like this. Here is upwards and one more electron is also there in the upwards. And then what will happen? The n value, here it is a 1, because here it is a 1s2, and here is also 1, the n value, and the L value is, here is a 0 s orbital, and here is also same. And ml value, you know that for every L value 0, ml value also is 0. And whatever the ms, here is in the up direction, so you write it as a plus half. This is also in the up direction, so that you write it as a plus half. Now you see that all the 4 set of quantum numbers, for this electron it is same, so that this is a wrong way to fill the electron. So how you have to write? If one is in the same orbital, if one is in the above upwards direction and another should be in the downwards direction, that should be. And that is according to the Pauli's principle. Pauli's principle. You take not only the helium, you take any atom, the electrons in that, the 4 set of quantum numbers should be different for each electron. Okay, like this. Is there any other example? You see, for the nitrogen, you see Z is equal 7, 1s2, 2s2, 2p3, 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. So S2, these already we have discussed, leave it. 2p3, how you are filling? 3 electrons, one in the one, another one, and another one. Okay, so for these 3 you count it. For the 5th electron, 6th electron and 7th electron, are they same? For the 5th electron, this is the 5th electron. What is the n value? It is a 2p, so n is equal to p, it is p, so L value is 1. And ml, you know that for L, what is the L value? ml value, it is a minus 1, 0, plus 1. What you can write? You can write, just I am writing 2p3. Here I am taking like this. Okay, and you know that p orbitals are 3 types. One is a px, py and pz. Okay, and for that you know that for the p, what is the L value? The L value is equal to 1. So the ml values, the possible ml values are minus 1, 0, plus 1. Okay, so this minus 1, 0, plus 1 we will assign to the px, py and pz, or else you can write like this, minus 1, 0, plus 1. So for this orbital it is a minus 1, and for this orbital it is a 0, and for this orbital it is plus 1. Okay, so here I am writing for the, you assume that it is a 5th electron, and this is the 6th electron, this is the 7th electron. So for the 5th electron, the n value, L value, ml value and ms value. Look at here, the n value, already it is a 2p3, so n value is a 2. Even for the 6th electron and even for the 7th electron also, the n value is 2 only. And the L value, it is present in the p subshell, so that it is a 1, 1 and 1, because all are there in the p orbital. Okay. Come to the ml. Ml. Here this fifth electron is in the minus 1, and the sixth electron is in the 0, and seventh electron is in the +1. What about ms? All are in the upward, so you write it a plus of, and plus of. You see, the n is same, l is same, ms also same, but come to the ml, it is different. So that means in an atom, all the electrons shows the different quantum numbers. Okay, already I said in the previous class, it is like an address of electron. If the address same untunda, రెండు electrons ki same address untunda? No, it is not possible. Right? In an India, is there any same address for the two different houses? No, right? Okay, so here is also same thing. For every electron, the address should be different. Address means 4 different quantum numbers. It shows the at least one different quantum number. Okay, so this is all about the Pauli's exclusion principle. Okay, and the next one is Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. Okay, what is the Hund's rule? The Hund's rule is that pairing of electron takes place only after placing one electron in each degenerate orbital. Okay, so what is this? In a degenerate orbitals, what is the degenerate orbitals? Degenerate means whatever the orbitals energy is same. Okay, so again you have a doubt, right? So sir, suppose there is a 1s orbital, there is a 2s orbital, there is a 2p. Are they degenerate? No. Generally the 1s orbital's energy is lower than the 2s than the 2p. Here is the energy. You learned in the Haber principle, right? Okay. But again here, this 2p has a 3p orbitals. Right? So one is the px, py, pz. These three has the same energy. Px energy is equal to the py, that is equal to the py. So these three you can say that degenerate orbitals. Come to the d. You know that d has a 5 set of orbitals. So these 5 d orbitals, dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square, dz square. So these are all degenerate. These are all degenerate. Okay. In this degenerate orbital, according to the Hund's rules of maximum multiplicity, what you have to do? You have to fill the electrons, first one electron, one by one. Then after that you have to start the pairing. You have to start the pairing. Okay, what is saying? You have to fill only one electron. Pairing of electron takes place only after placing one electron in each degenerate orbital. Okay, so let us go for the carbon. The Z is 6, 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. So first obviously the electron will enter into the 1s, next is the 2s, next into the 2p. Again in the 2p, the electrons first you have to place one electron. Not like this. You should not write 2 electrons in a one orbital. You have to place one electron, and then you have to start the pairing. You see one more example, you will understand. Oxygen 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. So in the 2p4, first 1, 2, 3, then you have to pair. Don't write like this 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't write 1, 2, 3, 4. First you should not pair. You have to write one electron, 1, 2, 3, and you have to pair. Okay, how? In the 2p4, you have a 4 electrons. You have to write one here, and the second one, and the third one. Then you have to write the pairing. Okay, don't write like this. You should not write like this. So 1, 2. So you should not write first 2 electron. You should not pair first. Okay. This is all about the Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. Okay, right. Now you have some important rules, some important principle for to attempt the multiple choice questions. That is, the first is that an orbital can accommodate the maximum electrons can accommodate the maximum electrons can accommodate in an orbital. How many? ఒక ఆర్బిటాల్ లోపల ఎన్ని ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ మనం మ్యాక్సిమం అకామిడేట్ చేయగలుగుతాం? ఓన్లీ 2, రైట్? One is with the upward spin, another one with the downward spin. Okay, this is the one point. And come to the second point. Okay, that is the maximum number of orbitals. The maximum number of orbitals present in a shell. A shell means present in a shell, or you can also call it as orbit. Oka orbit lopata, like if suppose n is equal 1 or 2 or 3. In a one orbit, the maximum number of orbital present, that is equal to the n square. Okay, that means if the n is equal to 1, the maximum number of orbitals are 1 square, that is equal to 1. So n is equal to 1 lo n untayi, only 1 s orbital ఉంటుంది. Okay, in n is equal to, here it has a 2 square, that means 4 means okay s orbital ఉంటుంది, sorry 2s. in the 2p 2s orbital ఉంటుంది. in 2p లోపల again 3 orbitals ఉంటాయి, px py pz. okay, so okay s orbital 3 p orbitals, overall it is 4. okay, and if n is equal to 3, it has a 3 square, that is equal to 9. That means it contains 3s, 3p and 3d. And again in the 3p, you know that 3 p orbitals can be present, px py pz. Again in the 3d, 5 orbitals, dx square minus y square, like that. okay, 1 plus 3 plus 5. So how many total? It is 9. Okay, right. And next, one more principle, that is the maximum number of, very very important, these are the maximum number of electrons present in an orbit. ఎన్ని ఉంటాయి మరి? 2n square. ఇక్కడ ఏంటి? n square. The orbitals ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో that is n square. But come to the electrons, it is 2n square, because ఒక ఆర్బిటాల్ లోపల we can fill only 2 electrons maximum, so that you multiply with the 2 into n square, okay. For the n is equal to 1, you take the n is equal to 1, so that is 2 into 1 square, that is only 2. That means in the n is equal to 1, you have only 1s orbital. In the 1s orbital, you can accommodate only 2 electrons. okay, similarly, if the n is equal to, that is 2 into 2 square, that is 2 into 4, it is a 8 electrons. okay, in the n is equal to orbit, the maximum electrons is the 8 electrons. ekkada untayi mari avi? There is a 2s and 2p. mari again in the 2p there is a px py pz. so in these 2 electrons, and in these 2 electrons, so overall it is a 8 electron. okay, like this. And the next one, the fourth principle, that is the maximum number of orbitals. ఇందాక ఒక ఆర్బిట్ లో చూసాం, ఇప్పుడు now present in a subshell. subshell అంటే ఏంటి? L value, that is equal to L plus 1. present in a subshell. ఇందాకేంటి ఆర్బిట్లో చూసాం. Now you are in the subshell. Okay, that means the maximum number of orbitals in a subshell. If the L is equal 0, that means in the S subshell, so that is equal to how many maximum number of orbitals? That is 2 into 0 plus 1, that is only 1. So that means in the S subshell you will only see the S. Okay, now suppose L is equal 1, that means in the P orbital, so how many? 2 into 1 plus 1, that is 3. That means you can see the P orbital, Px comma Py comma Pz, so 3. If suppose L is equal to 3, sorry, L is equal to 2, so that is d orbital, so that is 2 into 2 plus 1, that is 5. So 5 means in the d orbital you have a 5 d orbital, dxy comma dyz comma dzx comma dx square minus y square comma dz square, like this. Okay, and the fifth principle, that is the maximum, to answer very short, okay, to answer quickly. These principles are to answer the questions very quickly back. Okay, the maximum number of electrons now present in a subshell. ఏం లేదు, సింపుల్. ఆర్బిటాల్స్ ఏమో ఇన్ని ఉంటాయి కదా. నౌ యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఒక ఆర్బిటాల్లో మీరు ఎన్ని ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ మ్యాక్సిమం చేయగలుగుతారు? 2. సో దట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు మల్టిప్లై విత్ ద 2 into 2l plus 1, 2 into 2l plus 1. Okay, if suppose L is equal to 0 for the S orbital, ఏంటి 2 into 0 plus 1. Okay, so 2 into 0 plus 1 ఏమవుతుంది? 1. So 2 into 1, that is equal to 2. So that means in the S orbital how many electrons you will fill? 2 electrons, maximum of 2 electrons, like this. Okay, so these are the very very important principle. So first principle is maximum 2 electrons you can accommodate, and the maximum number of orbital present in the orbit is n square. The maximum number of electron present in an orbit is 2n square. Similarly, the maximum number of orbital present in a subshell is a 2l plus 1, and the maximum number of electron present in a subshell is 2 into 2l plus 1, 2 into 2l plus 1. Okay.